Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1969 Dodge Dart GT clone. We got her all wired up and we started her up. And when we started her up, we had found out that the motor had a knocking noise in it. So called the customer up, brought him over, because again, like I said, he just bought this car. He's only had it for about a month. He's tried starting it, but he never was able to get it started. The previous owner told him that the motor was just rebuilt, but there was a problem with it. So we got it started up and we heard the knocking inside the motor, and it was kind of a weird sounding knock. I thought at first we had a couple of wrist pins, and now if you look down in the cylinder, see right there, that's a wrist pin. The wrist pin holds the connecting rod to the piston, and it acts just like a wrist. It goes back and forth like that. So as the motor rotates, it allows for the circular motion of the crankshaft towards the up and down motion of the piston. Well, one of the things that we found as we were turning the motor over by hand, because I was trying to see if maybe we had some up and down movement between the connecting rod and the piston in the wrist pin, is as the piston started changing direction in its travel. So in other words, as it was going from its downward motion to its upward motion, the piston actually rocked back and forth a little bit. That struck me right away. That's not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen. That piston should sit there nice. And one of the things I found is I grabbed it by the skirt, the piston skirt, and see how I could move it back and forth? And with very little effort. It doesn't take much. It just moves back and forth. And I can do the same thing to this piston. See that? See that little tiny bit of movement there? Not supposed to have that. Well, that was his knocking noise. Seems to me like somebody had bored this cylinders out and then put the wrong size pistons in. In other words, the piston is a little bit too small because everything is really new in here. It looks like this motor was just rebuilt. But that movement right there, and you can see it. Look at that piston move. And it's not supposed to do that. And with a motor that has no miles on it, look at all the wear on the skirt of that piston. And you see how much wear is there? This thing shouldn't have any wear. The guy who owned it before him had told him that he started up, heard the noise, shut it off. He couldn't get it started. We had it running for a little bit, but never drove it. And if that's the case, then that is a ton of wear. And that would cause the noise, the problem that we keep hearing. So, going to send the motor off to the machine shop, let him measure it all up. We'll order a nice set of pistons for it. Probably end up using the same connecting rods, throw a little bigger cam in it, throw a nice set of headers on it, and then pop this motor right back into the car because everything else looks to be really good. It looks like this is a brand new oil pump on here, brand new pickup screen. I mean, there's not even any dirt in this screen. It looks like this thing was just built and then sat around for a long time. So there you go, guys. We have a lot done. We did, I don't know if I did it on the last video, but there are the mounts for the center console. That's for the arm box area, and that's the shifter area. And then the front mount over there, and all nicely welded in. We closed up all the extra holes in the floor on that side, because we don't need them. And somebody had put some plates on top of the floor, so we just welded them in nice because they only had tacks on them. So just welded them in a little bit nicer and got it all done. Everything now on the dashboard works. We got all that working. We've got most of the wiring all finished up on this car. There's a few other odds and ends we got to do, and then put the whole interior in it. And hopefully by the time we get everything on the interior done, that will be back. So there you go. Alrighty, guys, have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.